Original versus Definitive, which version is better when completing the mission? Los Sepulcros. In this mission you visit Sweet at Grove Street. Many of your homies come together and Sweet tells you about a funeral you need to stop. You drive to the funeral, waste every ball of fools you see including Kane, and finally hop into the car and drive Sweet back to Grove Street. We'll compare tasks, execution, speedrun tactics and gameplay. Both games are vanilla, played on PC. My name is BadInfo, so leave a like and subscribe for more comparison videos. Now let's see how Los Sepulcros compares between both versions. First of all, the opening cutscene is the exact same. Lots of people in the background and they all have the same clothes. The only different ones being the standard homies who you see on the street. They could be missing a hat, for instance. When you spawn, you need to recruit 2 gang members who in both versions stand in the same spot. The difference being the buttons you use to recruit them. In the original is G and H by default, but in the definitive is the up and down arrows. Both keybinds are bad, but both can be rebind easily, so no issue here. Once you recruit them, unless they get in the car, you cannot take off. You gotta wait for them for a while sometimes. And here is where we finally get a difference. The original gives you 4 minutes to reach the graveyard. The graveyard, which is only about a minute away if you use a shortcut. In 4 minutes you could easily reach even Jesus Club in San Fierro if you use shortcuts. And of course if the bridges are open. Even if you don't use shortcuts and crash into every traffic vehicle on the way, 4 minutes is more than enough time. Alright, well tell me then, why was this time increased to 4 minutes and 30 seconds? It's unnecessary considering the fact that now we get a waypoint and know exactly which route to take. Unnecessary change in my opinion. Once we arrive we get a lengthy cutscene teaching us how to use the homie mechanic. One of the cutscenes is very close to the grass and gives a nice shot of everyone at the funeral. The definitive has the same animations, same enemies, which all have the same clothes. The only difference being the incredible grass texture. This texture rivals newly released games in 2022 and looks incredible. So incredible that they had to cover the entire screen in one scene. This is a scene where the camera is very close to the grass from the original. The least they could have done is to place the camera a few centimeters higher so we can actually see what's going on. And yes, that can be done easily since it was done in the previous missions too. Once you spawn, you gotta kill everyone. Once you do, Sweet will teleport right next to the car, saving you a bit of time. For some reason, once you kill everybody in the definitive, Sweet will not teleport and sometimes he could get stuck into something and you gotta wait for him forever. Weird change. And no, in both versions you cannot get into the car unless Sweet is in it. The rest of the mission is the same, but how about the speedrun? In a speedrun you don't need to actually take Sweet with you. Simply aim at him, hold H and tell him to stay put. Recruit your 2 homies and take them instead. The same can be done in the definitive. If you don't know, the arc you throw grenades at is bigger in the original, meaning that you can throw grenades farther away. This means that if you're playing the definitive, the first grenade you throw has to be closer to the enemies and you risk losing health. Because of course you're closer, so they could shoot you easier. Then you can simply run over Kane, and yes, it's possible in both versions. It's the fastest way of killing him. Which version is better? Well, you saw me mentioning negatives only for the definitive, but they are pretty insignificant in my view. The fundamental part of the mission is intact and it is handled roughly the same way. That's why I would say that both versions are great. Awesome mission! What do you guys think? Agree or disagree? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and a very special thank you to my top channel members and patrons: Monish Pradeep, Alex Chavez, Max Robinson, Max Rich, Bonchu Talentro, LMP Racing, Mustafa Azic, Case Knight, Smokio and everybody else on the screen. Thank you once again.